Yo, what's good, man? It's me, your big homie, Dollar Black, and I'm coming to you today to talk about the Journey Journal, Hello Black Man. Brought to you by Jamie Jenkins and Jamie Jenkins Inc., man. I've had the opportunity to be able to really sit with this piece of work. It's a guided journal, man, that really gets you to dig in depth about what it is that you may be going through and experiencing. And in times where we as men don't really look to express ourselves and talk about our feelings or the things that really bother us, I've found myself really going through a lot of things that I might have overlooked growing up, and things that I went through, things that I encountered, things that I had problems with and really couldn't speak out about, man. So this has been a great tool for me to be able to de-stress and release some of the ideas and the thoughts that I've been having, man. So do yourself a favor, get over to helloblackman.com, get your journal. It's available on Amazon, any place where you can buy journals. Again, shout out to the guy, Jamie Jenkins. He even put a little picture up there so you know what he look like. Shout out to the dog. I got the shirt on too, man. Thank y'all so much for everything that y'all have done as far as supporting. I look forward to finishing this, and you will too. Dollar Black.
Dollar Black, if you out there, we want to know if you've done your journal.
You don't want to say hello for her? You want to get straight on Dollar Head?
Because I had to do it while it's fresh. You know how my mind works.
Dollar Black, have you wrote in your journal?
Have you wrote in your journal? We coming for you next.
Oh, I gotta post some other thing. Hello, Black man. What's happening? We're back. It is August 28th, and as promised, we're back with another phenomenal show. We got a combo show for y'all tonight, so I think y'all gonna really enjoy it. So if you're logging on right now, you've been with us in the past, this is your first time, hit the share button. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We're on every social media. You can't run from us. You're on TikTok, we're on TikTok. You're on Instagram, we're on Instagram. You're on Twitter, tweet us. You're on Facebook, we there. So just hit us up. Keep pushing the movement. We really appreciate it. And tonight, we have I'm going to say a special, you always say a special guest, but when I tell you, very intriguing. This guy has his own way, thought process, well thought out. He has facts to back up a lot of. You don't think so? I didn't say how you look at it, but I'm saying, but I'm looking at your face. I can see your face. I know what I'm saying, but I can see your face though. Like I'm speaking.
Who he is.
But it's just like your face changed. You know what I'm saying?
He is the little brother that I never wanted. And he sent me a little bio. Let me see what it says.
Hit the bio. Hit the bio for my guy.
It says he is one half of the Unhinged podcast and a man dedicated to getting the hard truth out to his viewers, no matter who it pisses off. So let us just put out a disclaimer.
He for it.
Whatever he says, it does not reflect the views of Hello Black Man. Okay, he is coming to represent himself on his own platform. It does not have anything to do with us.
I think, are you like drawing a line in the sand here?
I just want people to know that Jody on their feet, okay? My bad, Mike. We got to figure out who Mike is. We don't know.
Listen,
we know Jody.
I saw Mike on there. I thought you had left it on from another podcast.
I didn't know.
I thought it was like from another podcast. Like, then
news to me. He told me that.
Oh my God.
But y'all, without further ado, we want to bring on y'all's requested guest because y'all like the way he was talking. He just from Florida. Y'all know people from Florida. Y'all know they on.
Hey, now listen. When something happened on the news,
they from Florida.
I be like, I bet they from Florida.
I swear.
From Jacksonville, Florida. From Orlando, Florida. From Miami, Florida. From Tallahassee. We like,
Florida man running naked on the interstate. Like, what? I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
But okay, here we go. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Jody himself. Come in and introduce yourself properly, sir. What it do, Pete?
My book ain't got no picture of you on it.
We just said that. I was like, the books don't have it no more.
I said my book ain't got no picture.
Inside, Jody. His picture on the inside.
Hey, Jody trying to see if he got a bootleg copy.
Hey, yeah, you said,
funny.
hey, I want a name brand copy. Don't be sending me the Walmart. Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. Never mind. Never mind.
See?
Hey,
Oh.
don't send me no great value copy. I want the Target copy. Don't send me no great value copy. Don't do that to me.
High end, the high end.
We on Target head. You
There it
gonna see us
is.
in there, so we
There it
yeah,
is.
all right,
We on
cool.
their neck right now.
Man, what's
Oh my
up,
God.
man? I'm so glad y'all decided to have me on tonight.
No doubt.
I mean, you didn't. It ain't like you didn't ask us 1,000 times. But,
Oh, I asked you 1,000 times.
okay,
You see that? And I heard that intro, the brother you never wanted. You know what she remind me of? You remember movie Soul Food? She was that
Yeah.
sister with the money that always cause problems. That's her.
Which
That's
one?
her right there.
Which one was it?
The one with the money that I pay for this, I pay for that.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I wasn't fake. As long as I'm not fake, we good to go. I don't want to be fake. I'll be anybody on there but fake. Now, come on with your BS. Tell the people who you are, what you do, and why you're here tonight.
Well, why am I here tonight? Y'all said I'm here to give y'all relationship advice, right?
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Wait. Pause. Are you in a relationship?
Oh yeah, all the time.
He said all the time.
Hold
on, wait a minute. What kind of answer is all the time? I'm in a sleep. Are you in a relationship all the time? I don't know if I've never heard that as an answer.
You know what? It's like this. Am I in a relationship? No. But the moment I say I'm single, all of a sudden I get a text message getting cussed out. So that's why I be like all the time. Because I don't want to get cussed out today.
It sounds like you're not being honest with either yourself or somebody else. There's some honesty being missed here somewhere.
There's
Transparency.
There's some transparency problems in that conversation.
Yeah. Clearly.
See?
Okay.
I be so good, and then they start watching the podcast. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you feel? I'm like, oh, I didn't know you was watching. My bad.
Jody, introduce yourself, please.
First of all, it's Jody, right? Follow me on Instagram at Family Talk LDI. Let's discuss it, right? I'm one half of the Unhinged podcast, and I'm like 1/8 of the Saturday podcast, Family Tree Production. Shout out to my whole crew over there. Mm-hmm. And I'm just here to tell y'all the truth, man. Even though people don't want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? I don't discriminate nobody. I talk about everybody because I think that as society, we've become so soft and so lenient that can't nobody ever hear the truth. So I'm here. I feel like it's my civic duty to bring people the hard truth, even though they don't want to hear it.
Oh, you found your purpose in life. Okay. All right.
You know what? I did. I was like, you know what? Okay. I'll be the bad guy.
Like this me.
Jody, do you have a 9 to 5?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
First of all, you're not going to be out here calling me no ma'am. Like, don't do it.
Hey, he put some gravy on that thing, ain't it? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, who does that? No, about it. Okay, sir. What do you, if you don't mind? You don't have to tell us. What do you do for a living?
I do maintenance. I do maintenance and construction for a clothing store company. Basically, if you ever been down to Florida, it's called Bell's Outlet. Or
I've been to Florida. What part of Florida do you live in?
Like a little bit south of Tampa, like the Sarasota, Key West. I said Key West area, Longboat Key, Sarasota, Longboat Key area. Okay. It's like about an hour south of Tampa, and I work at a company called Bell's. I do like maintenance and construction inside the stores. So like when the AC break, I fix it. Toilets break, I fix them. Light fixtures.
That's what's up.
Oh, you that dude? Come on, we'll fly you out to Mississippi to fix some stuff.
Yeah.
Is it safe out there?
It depends. Right now, we're flooding. I don't know if you've seen that on the news, but Mississippi, the Jackson area, we're flooded because of the river crest. Stuff like that. But
y'all always flood though.
Huh?
Ain't y'all always flooding? Ain't it like always certain parts of like Mississippi, Texas, and like
Texas? Texas does a lot of flooding. Like for us, it's rain.
In Texas.
I think rain like downtown. I think their downtown is below like a certain level. Yeah.
Okay.
I
had no idea.
It just holds water like a bowl.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
always flooding now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy that Florida doesn't flood. Y'all get hurricanes.
That's because we got a lot of rain, so we well drained.
Yeah, it's hurricane season too, so be careful, be safe.
But it's hurricane season like 9 months out of the year.
It's supposed to be August to January or something, but I don't know. So, anyways, have we had a Hurricane Jody?
Yes.
Did we?
I think they did, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's been recent in the last 2 years.
Okay. I was just
Yep.
Yeah, actually they did.
Yep.
I think they did have a Hurricane Jody not too long
We were
ago.
right on the crest of the Katrina. You know,
Yep.
Katrina came around 28th of August. So today was, I think, the anniversary of that.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
Yep. So it's 5 years ago. But anyways, so Jody, tonight we're here. We're gonna ask you some questions, and as I told you, we'll let you run the second half of the show and ask whatever questions you may have for couples who are thriving, because I know you don't know anything about that. So,
God, dog, Jonas.
no, I'm on his neck. I'm on his neck. That's how he do me. So I had to pay him back. So tonight we're huh?
You not know when I call you ma'am again, I don't want to hear nothing.
It's okay because I'm serving you to death. So have you wrote in your journal? Let's talk about that.
You know what? Actually, yes, I have. I started the first couple pages. I did start writing in my journal. Yes.
Let me see.
You want to see ink on paper?
I want to see anything. If he wrote his name on the first page, he good to go.
Damn, she right. I wrote my name on the first page. I mentally
That's
answered
good
the
enough. That's
question.
good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Look, the fact that you even opened it means.
Yeah, I opened it and was reading it. So I was like, I'm gonna write down, but I was like, I gotta go get a pen. But I read the questions though.
Did I not send you a pen?
I was supposed to get a pen too.
You didn't get a pen?
Oh man.
Man, you got the bootleg shipment.
I'm sorry, Jody. I'll get you a pen. You got a t-shirt and a book. So you
I was happy with the t-shirt.
Yeah.
No, I got you. I'm gonna put in the mail a wristband and a pen for you, okay?
I get a wristband too?
You want the drama. You was all on that man post talking about what my wristband is.
Yeah, we got every color,
You
everything.
all of them, including the rainbow, because I know how you love the rainbow convention. All right.
I was with the Rainbow Mafia. I got my Rainbow Mafia.
Exactly. We also have a Hello LGBTQ community book, so y'all check that out. All right. So Jody, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask you to pick randomly 3 numbers.
Oh, randomly 3 numbers?
Yes.
Random 3 numbers.
Between 1 and 52. Don't be stupid.
Okay, 1 and 52?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go in honor of my boy. I'm gonna go with my first 2 numbers. Gonna be 8 and 24.
Okay.
Kobe fan.
8 and 24.
All right. And what's your last?
My last. You know what? I'm gonna go with 6.
8,
LeBron James.
Is that why you picked it? Because of LeBron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go James.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see, I ain't picked 23.
Whatever. That's because you are 23. If you were over 23 years old, you probably would. I'm just saying. No, for real. How old are you?
34.
What? I'd have never guessed that. I'm definitely giving you 23 because nobody over 30 is picking these people over Jordan. But whatever. 8. Let's go with number 8. Look, y'all can have a whole nother show on it.
Oh yeah, we got to get some sports shows.
You, him, and CT.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So an argument.
Yeah, it's nothing but. Hey, listen, it's one of them shows. I could just probably leave y'all on here and walk off, go to bed, go to work. Y'all still be on here talking.
Before we get into the actual questions, I want to make sure that we recognize the businesses who we are with.
Yeah.
I have Fox Cave Chronicles. Fox Cave Chronicles is a podcast that you guys need to follow. Some amazing women who are doing amazing things. Jamie is wearing Vibe controllers who consist of our comedian friends, Merk B. Williams and Cocky McFly. Follow those people on social media. So, getting right into these questions for Jody, since he think he know everything. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 1, sir. Number 6 in the book. I'm going in numeric order.
Gotcha.
Hello, Black man. Talk about where you grew up. Describe your house, your neighbors, the environment.
The house was pretty quiet for the most part because I'm the last of 4. No, last of 5. So my youngest my closest sibling to me is 14 years older than me.
Whoa.
Right. So I was the last one, like last. So it was pretty quiet for the most part. I remember it was me, my parents. Now I had some, bum ass family members come stay, every once in a while because they had to get their stuff together. But for the most part, it was pretty quiet. I grew up with both parents. There was a lot of ass whoopings two ways, as you know, and
a lot of what?
A lot of ass whoopings.
Oh,
strict. Your parents real strict, or you were just real class clown?
You know what? I was never really a class clown.
Yeah.
But I was always like, you know what? If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
If I'm be a clown today, I'm gonna cut all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no point to have stuff in it. The neighborhood, I grew up in a neighborhood, and honestly, it was very. What's the word I'm looking for? It was very
rural, urban. I'm sorry, you don't.
It was like urban. It was urban, but it was like upper echelon urban. Like you had black people, but like it was like 9 to 5 black people. Like everybody in the neighborhood went to work.
Okay, got it.
Like between the hours of like 8 to 4, the block was dead. And then like everybody pull up like about 5:30. So it was very consistent. Like honestly, a lot of the neighbors that were here when I was a kid are still in the neighborhood today. So it was very consistent for the most part.
Gotcha.
So that part very nosy. Everybody.
What about a local park, local pool?
Oh man, the Boys and Girls Club around the corner is where we had the basketball goal in the field where we used to play football. That used to be the spot on Saturdays, Sundays, most Fridays after like school and stuff. That used to be the spot. We all go there, hang out, you know what I'm saying? Play ball, either football, basketball, or whatever. But yeah, that was the spot back in the day, man, where we all hung out at for the most part as kids, We go down to the apartment complex down the street. They had a big field in the back, and we would play like football with the other apartment complexes. We used to have like this apartment complex play that apartment complex, and we was young and dumb. We didn't know no better. We was out there playing full-fledged contact football, out there sticking each other with no pads, not knowing it. Yeah, just as slow as we wanted to be.
What school did you go to?
Elementary, I went to Wakeland. Middle school, I went to Powell, and high school, I went to Manatee High School.
Did you play sports?
Played football for a little bit, but I had to focus on my grades because they were not where they needed to be. And
imagine that. I'm just kidding.
Was it an application thing? Like, I know a lot of people, like, I guess my high school, just back in the day, like, if they ever went to class, no problem. But then, like, something like, I ain't going, this and the other, you know what I'm saying? Was it like a schedule thing, an attention thing?
It was a subject thing.
Okay.
Never had a problem with math, science. It was always English. I hated English. I didn't like reading pointless stuff. Like I hated like when we had to read like To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, that's my favorite book in the whole wide world.
Nah, man. Like when we had to do that, like them pointless behind books, we had to read some book that like Bill Gates wrote or some stuff like that. Like I hated it. I hated reading. Now I did read Beowulf. That was my
Beowulf. Yeah,
Beowulf was that book.
I hated Beowulf.
You had what?
Oh my god!
What?
Wait, maybe was it Canterbury Tales? Did y'all read Canterbury Tales?
I think that was on the. We had to read we had a list of books, and I believe that book was on the list.
Yes, I hated Canterbury Tales.
Jackie, my sister hated Beowulf.
Oh, I did Beowulf. We actually did like scenes from Beowulf. So you know what? That makes me understand that like parts of the world are not very different. The fact that you were doing that were you in Florida at the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Are your parents still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Get on my last nerve every day.
Okay.
Have you ever lived outside of Florida?
No. I had an opportunity to, and I honestly said no. Mm-hmm. I was about to take a job in Texas, doing like mechanical maintenance on airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that was like my boy kind of hit me up on a side note and was like, they just want you to. They're trying to push you in here to fill their quota for
Yeah.
to fill their quota. And he was like, honestly, once they get past that quota part, they're really gonna give you crap and kind of probably just don't want you there. So he was like, yeah, it was definitely a whole thing. So nope, I've never lived outside of Florida.
Did you go to college?
I went to tech school for AC and electrician.
Great. That's wonderful.
Oh,
I'm
it
glad
is.
you said that.
I like that.
Because, you know, it gives our viewers and our listeners an opportunity to understand that going to universities and 4-year places and getting in debt, that's not always the option to go with. So
Listen,
make Jody an example, okay?
to all your followers, okay? To all y'all followers, I make more money than a lot of people that went to college, and I went to
Oh
school,
no, I bet.
to school for a year and a half, right? And
Right.
I left, and I owed $1,700.
Wow. So that 10,000 that my president Joe Biden giving out will do you a lot of good.
Yeah, bring me up that 10 stack. So I put 8,300. Hey, if I can put 8,300 in my 401k account. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Bring me up.
Exactly. So, ever been married?
No,
And no kids.
no.
And you're boy, if you say ma'am, and you're 34 years old.
Yes.
Okay, I was just throwing it out there for the people that's coming in now. You know,
How did I end up like that? I don't know.
I didn't know. See, I'm trying to be nice. I be trying to be nice in front of my old man. This ain't the unhinged me. This is the hello black man me.
You can do my boy Jay dirty on Unhinged.
I be being okay.
Yeah, me.
Question number 8. That's your next question. It says, "Hello, black man. Thinking back on life, what do you feel was your biggest mistake, and what do you think you learned from it?"
Oh, my biggest mistake. You know what? I think my biggest mistake was investing too much time into a relationship to where I kind of didn't make. I could have moved outside of where I was to a different space, and I didn't because of the relationship that I was in, and I was so hard pressed on trying to make that work that if I had to say that was a mistake, I probably would have let that go, shot old girl the deuces, and chucked my way up to Orlando for that job, and been, I don't know what I could have been, but it was like at the time, think about it like this. At the time, it was my first job out of tech school, and they was willing to pay me like $17 an hour, and I was back in like 2011.
Yeah.
It was like 2010, so that was that big money back then. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I was at that mistake, man, I would have left that relationship, man, let her ride, and took that job, and just kind of not look back.
So, you know, I've noticed that relationship issues have been a very forth and coming issue with you. Do you think, why you laughing? Do you think that you have anything to do with that? Do you think it's always the other person?
100%. It's 50% me and 50% them.
Okay.
I've been going to therapy, and my therapist told me one of my issues is that he made up this phrase. He's like, you're verbally impatient. You know what you want to say, but because you're too impatient to think about the words that are coming out of your mouth, you say whatever. And it comes off as bad, but in your mind, it sounded like one thing. And I was like, that's true. Because in my mind, I'm trying to say this, but out my mouth is saying that. So with my mind and my mouth, it ain't equaling out. So I can say that's one of my biggest issues, is that I'm learning to slow down with my words and communicate with my partner at the time, so I don't say something wild and they don't misconstrue what I'm saying. And understanding that, you know what I'm saying, everybody has this thing called filters. So it's like you can say A to somebody and they hear B. So not everybody's gonna hear exactly what you're saying.
Yes. Thanks. So we did a little research, and we have one of your ex-girlfriends in the lobby, and we're gonna bring her in. I'm just kidding.
Well, I said this show gonna go rated R real quick.
Hey, he sit up like, what? Wait a minute now.
I found one of your exes, so we're gonna see what she
He just said, what?
In fact, she says you ghosted her. Next show, y'all stay tuned. Come back.
Hey, Yo, hey, listen, you ain't got no blood pressure medicine. You better find it. I can see you like, what's going on?
Hey, this is gonna turn rated R real quick because I was gonna tell my whole side of the story. Like, first of all,
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Okay, but that's cool. That's cool that you can acknowledge your shortcomings and the things that you've done wrong in relationships, even though we don't know the other side of the story. We're gonna accept yours for this time. But next time when you come, I might have somebody in the audience waiting to come in.
The 305 mic about to come out.
All right, so we're gonna go to your next question, your last question, and then we're gonna let you run the show. We're gonna let you see. We're gonna see what you got on your mind today.
All right, it says, hello, black man. What or who motivates you? Describe how it feels to be motivated.
Oh man, what motivates me is to just always consistently do better than I did the day before or yesterday or anything else. It's just like not staying still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making some type of step. Like my biggest thing is like I always want to make a step forward, even if it's a small step. A small step is still a step. So just moving forward and making some type of progress in life is something that motivates me. Who motivates me?
Yeah. What people like? Do you have like a list? If you could say these 3 people motivate me to do things I wouldn't normally do, name those 3 people, how they motivate you, and then
You know what? I tell you one person, CT Fletcher, right?
Oh, CT a beast. Yeah.
When I listen and watch CT's videos, he does motivate. Because CT's just like, I done had 8 open heart surgeries. He done had like 6 heart attacks.
Right.
Yeah. He just gets up and keep on trucking and keeps
Yeah,
on.
he a beast. Yeah, CT a beast.
It's just like no matter what is in his path, my man just keeps going. So it's just like, you know, if somebody who's been through what he's been through can keep going, then so can I.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep going, you know what I'm saying? Because CT keep going. Another person that motivates me, my dad, because he always does things the right way.
Yeah.
Even when ain't nobody looking, he do things the right way. And I was like, you know, I inspired to be that level of mature one day. Yeah. I ain't got it in me right now, but I'm gonna try to be that level of mature. You know what I'm saying? And Nick Cannon inspires me because boy, you gotta be one patient man to have 10 kids and 8 baby mamas. Listen, so I inspire to have his level of patience.
That communication has to be unreal.
Unparalleled, unprecedented.
Unparalleled. It has to be. Or it could be complete chaos. Like there's no in between. Either he has a handle on it, or it's completely unhinged. One of the two.
Listen, it's got to be some type of decent because my man does it, and we don't never hear no drama in the shade room about anything.
No shade room, no Vlad, no none of that.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what? Nick Cannon can have the patience for 10 baby mamas, 8 baby mamas. Maybe I can have a little patience just for everyday life.
Yeah, that's a different level right there. Like I like that CT. I like that video where it says some growing going on over here.
That's it right there. Yeah. Always.
Yeah, it's some growing going on over here.
Yeah.
I like CT. I like CT.
Some growing going on.
And this is perfect cutoff for the first half of the show. Second half of the show, we're gonna kick this thing into our relationship. Let's talking about relationships, and
we're not gonna hold you long, Jody. But if you have some questions or some things you want to discuss, we will definitely allow.
I got till 10 o'clock. I'm good.
No.
I cleared this schedule.
No. We're gonna give you a few minutes. I'm just kidding. Whatever you want to ask. I mean, we're here. Like how the conversation flows.
You know Kevin Samuels is my boy. You know what I'm saying? I live vicariously.
We fools with him.
I've lived vicariously. And so when we was having a conversation about like the 3 things that we unpopular opinions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was sitting with my boys and we was having a conversation. And one of the things that we was talking about, right? He was like, if like he was like the double standards, right, of a lot of relationships when it comes to like men and women. He was like, ask yourself this: how many times, right, has a woman made a man pretty much like take me as I am, or the relationship is over with, right? And I was like, explain yourself, right? So he was like, I give you a scenario, right? If you come to a woman, y'all been together for a minute, and you tell her something about her you don't like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if she's not in a mature state in her life, her answer is, well, why do you want to be with somebody like that? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are now in a place where you fear losing her, right? So you get to a spot where you just shut up and you don't say anything about whatever issue that she has with you. Versus if she comes to you with an issue, either you need to fix it or you getting dumped. So I want to ask y'all, right? Like, at what point does like the relationship like die when you get to that certain place? Because like as a man, because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. As a man, right, you put up with a lot of crap from your woman. But if there's like when a man gets to a point where he is over you, I can guarantee you that means that he has felt like his man card has been tugged in a way that he can't come back from that. So now he got to put his foot down. So I'm asking y'all, as like, it's a seemingly good relationship, right? At what point do you think it becomes like, I guess, toxic in a relationship when a woman is refusing to change, but she expects that man to change?
Okay, so I'm one to always clarify and verify what I'm listening to and understanding. You believe that men put up with more than women put up with. You believe that women come into relationships with ultimatums. And if men don't do certain things, women choose to move on. So men feel pressured to do certain things in order to keep women happy. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say most. I'm gonna say most, not all.
I was just gonna say, because you have to understand every situation and every relationship.
Yeah. So,
But I want to toss this over to my good Judy, or just my partner, to my partner in crime. Do you feel like you have had to make a lot of changes in order to make this work? And if so, do you feel like I've given you ultimatums?
Well, I'll tell you what.
You talked about this today.
About what?
You talked about me wanting communication. You did. That's so crazy, isn't it? You was like, you are very transparent, and I'm not that person.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, okay. I remember now.
Jordan, don't be on here creating no problems in our relationship.
Listen, I guess for me, have I made a lot of changes? Yes. Have a lot of changes been requested? Yes.
What are you saying from these people?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get a pen and a piece of paper.
Okay. But this is the thing. I guess recognize the person's intentions for those changes, right? If the person is intending to change you for them personally, it's a problem. If they are trying to make you change just for them, then that's probably not a sincere change. If they're asking you to change for if they see an opportunity for you to be a better person or to put you in a better position, not just for them, but your family, your significant other, who they are at the time, your kids, anybody that's around you. If that happens, then you have to be willing to say, this is a sincere request, and can you grade yourself on where you really are on that request, right? So, okay, you're telling me I need to be doing this. Okay, all right. Why would a reasonable, responsible person ask me that? Take that person out of it, because you got feelings, right? You're gonna be in your feelings when somebody asks you to do something and you feel like you're doing 110, right? So it's not easy. It's not easy. I still get mad. I still get upset by whatever, But why would a reasonable, responsible person ask me that? So if you need to say, what if somebody else asked me the same thing? What if, my best friend, my child, my grandmother, whoever, line them all up, have them ask you the same thing in your head. And then you will start seeing the gaps of where you are in that. If it's transparency, if it's, hey, you don't communicate well, hey, we're not aligned on these things. And it's easy to see it if you're not, I don't know, if you're not in your feelings about who's asking it, who's requesting it. It's easier to see because my defense mechanism is going up quick. Like I'm getting defensive before she get through talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like, what? You like my eyebrow, like in my face, like it's all scrunched up. A lot of times she be talking, she'll stop talking just looking at my face. She be like, never mind. I don't even want to go through. I don't want to go through it. But if you get with a person and their requests are sincere, and you can see, like, you know what, if I did this, how would it help me in these 10 situations? And you said in every situation to help me. Then you know you should be willing to make the change. The change isn't personal. They just gonna get the benefit of it. The change isn't just for them, it's for you as a person.
So I have a question, a follow-up question.
Okay.
What do you consider a reasonable and responsible person?
Somebody you respect. Somebody you respect.
Okay.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be somebody, I mean, somebody that's in good standing with you, and they, you know, care about your outcomes and how you portray and how you speak and how you elevate and where you stand in life. Like that's a reasonable, responsible person.
I've asked you to make a lot of changes in this relationship.
I said I've made a lot of changes.
I didn't ask you that. I said, have I asked you to make a lot of changes in this relationship?
I would say you've asked me to make some significant changes that I need to make.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why?
We'll talk about that after the show.
Why? I mean,
all right, Jody.
Well, we can't talk about it now.
I mean, because, okay, so tell me about these changes that you feel like I made.
I mean, like one is just being transparent, like
Jody,
like being transparent about certain things that I normally would have never spoke on. I would never spoke about certain situations, certain people, and stuff like that. And I now see how impacting. I'm giving you the power to choose because now you have that understanding versus me making a choice for you by not giving you certain information. And like I said, and if you've been trained your whole life not to talk about certain things, a certain situation, whatever, and then you see where a reasonable, responsible person says, "Hey, if you did this, it will be a lot better. It will be much more clear, and I can make decisions, you know, based on being in the know versus not being, you know, in the dark on certain things."
So let me clarify this for the people who are watching, because I know that communication can be difficult sometimes. So we started out in this relationship as friends, very good friends. We worked together. We were doing things together. And like when you are a friend with somebody, you expect there to be no secrets. Like me and my friends, we talk about everything.
No, that's not me. That's not.
It's not you.
Yeah, that ain't the kind of friends I got.
It's not you.
I don't got no friends like that.
So there were things that I found out about him that weren't from him, right? So then I'm like, why would you tell me this? Like, why would you think that was something that you could keep from me, right? So we had to get to a place where he understood that there's nothing you can tell me that's gonna make me run for the hills. Like if you're with somebody,
but there are people that will run for the hills.
If you are with somebody and you tell them something that makes them feel differently about you, that person's not for you. And so that's why we had to get to that place. And I think that's what he's describing more so than anything else. Like you have to have a level of comfort with the person that you're with.
Yes.
Whatever you tell them, you understand that they're going to be there regardless.
Yes.
And so that's where we're growing to. And that's what we're trying to be like, hey, I feel this way because I'm the type of person, I'm telling him any and everything. It don't matter what it is, what kind of situation it is. I'm like, I got this bump right here. And like, he's not that type of person. So we have to get to that place where he understands that I'm here. I've seen and done everything. So like now I need you to be that type of person. So that's what we are. And that's how we're growing.
Yeah.
Back to you, Jerry.
I like what he said though. When you in good standing with somebody, that means the absolute world, because there's a lot of people out there, right, that inherently don't even like the person that they're with, and that's why there's rarely no communication. Because I've said this a long time ago. It's like, bro, how much time of your life are you gonna waste like being in a relationship with somebody that you wouldn't even be a friend with?
That part.
So I was like that, and that's another thing. It's just like so, and it's something that I want to talk about on my podcast, and I guess we could talk about it here now. Like, how much trauma do you think people go through in relationships when the relationship should have been over, but you stay with that person? So now you start dealing with stuff. It's like, oh, I'll never let a man disrespect me like that. I say, well, the dude that you with barely like you. So of course he disrespected you because y'all barely like each other. So, you know, in the beginning of a relationship, everything was straight. And I've seen this a lot. We're like, oh, he was such a great person and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, all right. And he did. I said, the thing is this, he did everything he could do to impress you. But like, what did you do to impress him? You just kind of yourself. And guess what? The reason why he stopped doing things to impress you is because he feels like he's the only one putting effort into their relationship. And I think I'm one of those people. I guess I'm not a feminist. I'm a manist, I guess, because I'm always looking out for us brothers, because I'm always pushing. Like, what are you doing for this man to be happy? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing for this man to want to be with you? Like, bro, I can find a good piece of arm candy everywhere. They all over Instagram. Whether they natural or they came from a doctor, don't matter. They all over the gram, right? So it's like I ask, and it's not to say what can you bring to the table, because I feel like that's an immature question. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but you know.
But I heard a chick one time, right? She said her biggest flex is how she treats her man. And so as my second kind of question, right? Like, what do you feel is like the biggest downfall of women these days, or why they can't keep up, why they can't get to a place where a man wants to marry them?
Is this a question for both of us or just him?
Yeah, and I want you to answer first. What do you feel as a woman that women are lacking is the reason why they can't find a husband?
Why you want me to go against the girl code? So before we do that, what do I feel women is lacking to keep a man? I want to address some comments. These must be your people because I don't know these names. I think this change is for the other person. They are asking you to change something they feel needs to be changed. I don't know. I think, people see you from an outward perspective more than you see yourself. And like I tell him all the time, I wish you could see yourself from my viewpoint.
You do?
Because if you see you from where I'm standing, you know how great you are. And I think that's a lot of times he don't see how great he is. So if you got somebody that's not seeing how great you are, then you may need to change their perspective. I don't know what we said a lot about. This says Maurice Ball. This is the pastor. He says most people in love with the idea of being in love, and that causes them to compromise their belief system. We don't have that problem. Depending on the relationship, Christian Goss, I don't know. He said that about either, because we're talking a lot. So what do I think is the reason why? I think I talked to my auntie today, and I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. That don't mean nothing, okay? That don't mean nothing to some people.
Well, PMC said trying to get choked.
I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. I have no idea what Proverbs 31 says.
Do you know what that is?
I don't even know what it says. I gotta read it.
You quoting the scriptures here?
I gotta read it, but I know, like, my mother was, I don't want to say she was not a submissive woman, but she wasn't the most submissive woman. Like, she ran my household, and I married into a shotgun marriage where I got married because I was pregnant. It wasn't the best situation, so it's like I decided within myself that if I found somebody that was worthy of loving, that could help me be who I needed to be while me helping them be who they needed to be, I was going to do everything in my power to keep them happy. I think a lot of us women have become so independent that we don't realize that having a man does not break our independence. It creates more of an independent person, because like what we have is so significant, it's so peaceful, it's so
peaceful, man.
It's so astounding to just be with somebody. Like I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
Hold on, I won't cut you off. Jody, we had a blowout today, right?
We did.
On the interstate.
Yeah, that's why I was behind.
Listen, blowout on the interstate.
I'm glad you said it.
Normally, situations like that, it's tense, right? That's how arguments start, fights start. Something happens, and then everything around that situation is upset. Why you ain't do this? Why you ain't got that? Listen, I had a jack. I had a $2 jack, no spare. I don't know where my spare is. My plug don't work to run the air. So she could have been running me down about, you need to been checking this. What about this? You know what I'm saying? She could have been just nagging. I could have been saying, well, we should have came in your car. We this trip is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the most peaceful blowout. Like, we sitting there chilling on the phone, making a phone call, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we got some out on the way. Like, we spent an hour on the road, like, no stress. Like, you need to be able to be with somebody that you can be around any situation and y'all find, like, we gonna be good. Like, okay, what's next? Let's do this. Like, you got this step, you making this phone call, I'm calling this person. You calling this person, I'm checking in here. Okay, I'm checking back here. We got what we need. I do the work. You sit there in the air. Boom, boom, boom. We ready to go. All right. Thank everybody. Fist bump, and we out.
Yeah. I was watching the time because I didn't know whether we were gonna get back in time to do this or not. I was just like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But like, and I told him, I was like, any other day of the week with any other person in my life, this would have been a life-changing experience for me. I would have been breaking down. But we were together. You know, we were when we heard the noise, he was like, pull over. Yep. And I was like, all right, like we pulled off the road and we got out. He was like, get back in the car. He did kind of get upset because I was outside.
Hey, listen, people get killed on the side of the road. We're on I-55, which is the biggest one, the big interstate in America. Right. Yeah. Right. And so she
get out the car. And she get out the car looking like she know what the hell she looking at.
Hey, listen,
but I do though. I'm trying to see what size tire is. I'm calling the people,
flinging the door open. I said, "Get back in the car."
He's like, "Get in the car." Why do you keep getting out of the car? Like that was the only thing that we had to interview. But other than that, I was just like, I mean, it's Sunday. Neither of us have to work. We're gonna figure this out.
Listen. I would have choose you if you don't get your narrow ass back in this car.
Look,
let me do my man thing.
He don't talk with his mouth, he talk with his eyes. So it was like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get back in the car. And he was like, so I went to the back of the car and sat down with him because he was sitting there outside of the car. And he was like, you didn't get out of the car. And I was like, well, I don't want to get in the car. We're not in the car. So everything went fine. We made it back. We're here tonight talking to you. And it's like, if you don't have somebody in your life that creates that level of peace for you in all situations, it's hard. I've been there. I've done that. I don't want to do this.
The person you connect with, no matter how stressful the situation, it should be a reduction. You should know you can go to them and it's going to level down. If you are in fear of taking anything to your partner and it's leveling up in stress, that's a bad sign. That's a toxic sign.
And don't get us wrong. There are certain situations that we are very hesitant about talking to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
it's like, improvement. You still like
working.
Some situations are slow improvement. Some situations are bigger and better.
Yeah, so. Literally like seconds before the tire blew out, I was like, because like the car was kind of pulling. It was like pulling. I'm driving at the time. I was like, hey, when the last time you got some tires? He was like, 3 years ago. 10 minutes later, we was on the side of the road.
Like 3 years, like God, dog.
I was like, all right, bet. So you know, you just gotta be with somebody.
Got my man Jay riding around the Maypops.
That's just the one. I ain't got nothing to do with it. He worried. Look,
I thought we was good to go.
I really think it's an alignment issue. We need to check this out. But it wasn't big.
Well, here's the thing. I've had it too, and I've always been the type of person that's like on my tire thread. But yeah, when you have an alignment issue like that, inside the tire, we have to look all the way up in the car. I've had that happen where that part's been very wore down, and I'm like, oh man.
Sometimes same tire. Like I don't know what it is. We got to figure that out. But it is what it is. So I mean, the answer to your question, what do women need to do? I think women have really, like I said, we've become so independent that we feel like we don't need men, and I don't think that's the case. I think that having somebody to come home to and talk about your day to, and just somebody to be there and assess your issues and help you through each and every day, I think that's important. And listen, for those who are in the rainbow community, not just men, like a partner to be there for you, that is invaluable. Having someone to love you unconditionally, love you without judgment. Like, that's important. I think we need to stop saying we're so independent that we don't need men. No, we may not need them to financially support and take care of us, because I'm very hardcore on him about, you're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let you pay for this. I'm not let you pay for that. Like, I need to feel like I can pay for some stuff too, because I never know, when tomorrow might be your last day, So being independent doesn't mean you don't need a partner. It just means that you're able to take care of yourself. But when two are together, oh my God, that's a whole nother level of peace and priority that's in place for not only you but for your children.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think single women out here are single?
I think it's communication. I think they see certain things are glamorized, right? The independence is glamorized. The you can't tell me nothing is glamorized. Like it's glamorized. So people normally imitate what's being glamorized, even if it's what's the word is. They don't have to be doing it knowingly. They can just unknowingly see these traits, see these behaviors, and just mimic certain things, certain behaviors, certain attitudes, a certain, this a certain vibe about them. It's just a different era. I don't know. Like I say, I thank God I'm not, I guess 25 years old or 22, 20, 25, 30, to 30, 28 years old. Like it's a different breed. And like I said, it's a different breed of guys also. Their communication and stuff is different. Like me, I grew up having to ask a girl to dance. Like that's something that I think is that showed a lot. You had to have a lot of courage, a lot of character to walk across that floor, ask somebody to dance, get shot down, walk back. But now it's all social media, texting. Okay, you got to line up yes or no before you get there. But it just took a different level of, I don't know, manship to say, hey, I don't know this person. I'm finna walk across this room, ask this girl to dance, and see what happens. Like I'm willing to try. Like I don't think men have the same approach. They're not. You said the same thing about like going out. Like when guys approach you or a guy approaches you, like what do you do? Like, can they handle rejection? Like, no, I'm gone. Like, no, thank you. Like, it's almost an eerie feeling these days to tell somebody no. Yeah.
I don't know why. Listen, no is a complete sentence for me. I'll tell them, what? Listen, I be having some utmost shoot. They shot my inbox, and I be mad at the fact that, like, huh?
Inbox me a picture. Who's sending you messages?
I got you. I said I had one. She shot her shot, and I was just like, "Shawty, come on, man! Like, don't make me sit up here and be really disrespectful. Look at me and look at you. Like, come on now, come on, don't do that to yourself. Let's not have this conversation."
Jody said, "Come on now,
Jody, what's your type?"
Jody said, "Come on now."
I like the one with curves, right?
What kind of curves?
Not Lizzo curves.
Again, we want to do a disclaimer. Jody's views are not the views of Hello Black Man.
He's saying his personal preference. His personal.
Hold on. Let me rephrase that. I don't want none of the big girls out there thinking I got anything against big girls. I don't got nothing against big girls.
Because you just said the other night.
I just don't like Lizzo. My bad. I don't like Lizzo.
I was just because you said on the podcast the other night that you like chicks with stretch marks. Like,
oh yeah, I don't listen. Long as you got a nice shape. You got a nice shape. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice smile. You financially can take care of yourself. I'm not asking you to have all the money in the world, but you can financially take care of yourself. You can hold yourself down.
Give us a weight class, Jody.
See, that's discriminatory. I'm not gonna give no weight class.
Exactly. I was trying to see because, like, you could be 200 pounds.
Listen though. I've seen some. I'm 5'10". Okay, it's some chicks out there. One time I was talking to this chick and she was 6 foot and 220. And when I say that 220 fit her well, that 220 fit her well.
Exactly.
Cool. You know what I'm saying? So with women, they can be like. Well, a woman can be 200 pounds and be thicker than a bowl of cold oatmeal. You know what I'm saying?
Thicker than a snake.
Yeah, thick as that long loaf of bread too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really do weight class. As long as you got a nice shape, financially, what I'm saying, got your stuff together. And I'm not saying you gotta be balling. Just you in a place where you're not living paycheck to paycheck. You can afford to do a little something for yourself. You got your finances together. You got your stuff in order. You're emotionally available. You know what I'm saying? You ain't.
Ooh, wait, pause. What does that mean to you?
Oh, that if I'm falling in love with you, I ain't falling in love with you due to the fact that somebody else don't want you. Because there's a lot of people out here only available because that they soulmate don't want them, or they always sitting around here like with the one that got away. That's the most embarrassing thing in the world. I'm in love with you when you sitting over there still mourning the one that got away. The only reason why this man can't have you is because he went out and got married. Like it's like that.
I'm just so many stipulations. Jesus.
What stipulations? I don't want you in love with somebody else.
How many times a week do they need to have sex with you?
I mean, it depends on if they.
Okay.
It depends.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to. I'm going out there for the people in the comments.
It depends. You know what I'm saying? You
gotta be able to do this, and that.
They got medical conditions. You got work schedules. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like let's. Okay. And I like a woman. I want a woman that's emotionally and mentally mature. You know what I'm saying?
So they got asthma.
Hey, baby, I get you that pump. I got you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now my state, we take breathing lessons. I got you.
All right, we got 3 minutes. What do you have any other questions for us, or do you have any other parting shots? Do you have something you want to ask?
No. So your last relationship, the last relationship is ended. How did you know your last relationship was over?
Honestly, I just knew just like it was over because I'd rather do anything else than be around her.
Woo!
That's huge. That's really huge.
It was one of them things where it's like this. I like the moment she came over, all of a sudden my PlayStation became the most interesting thing in the world. And even my homeboy kind of pointed it out to me. He's like, bro, you've been sitting here doing absolutely nothing, peaceful as hell all day. The moment she got here, you were dead into that PlayStation. You haven't thought about that PlayStation a second, like today, but like she got here and all of a sudden you were into that PlayStation. And it was just like, I just rather do anything than be around her. And then it was like, when I was around her, I just never felt like the reason she wanted to be around me was to spend time. It's like the only time she wanted to be around is when she had like shit to do. So it was just like, okay, so you just want
you like a tag along buddy, like, all right, I got somebody with me.
So listen, it's even worse than tag along. It was like, I want to go do this, that, and the third with you. I want to spend time with you, but I want you to drive. So I just felt like, and then when we got to where we was going, it was kind of like, well, you can go do your own thing. So now I'm just like, I'm just nigga driving you around and eventually paying for lunch or dinner. So it was just like,
Uber, and what
Uber
else?
Eats.
Yeah, Uber Eats. Yeah.
I was Uber Eats before Uber came out.
How long have you been single? Be careful because you know they watching.
Probably like a year and a half now.
Okay, all right, gotcha. All right, did you have something else?
That's it. I'm good.
Well, you have anything else you want to ask us, Jody?
How many times you stress that man out a week?
At least 3 times a day.
I was going no, 3 times a day.
You don't think so?
I'll probably say honestly, openly, you stress me out probably twice a week. Probably twice a week.
In what regards? How are you stressed?
It just may be about
her mouth.
What I haven't like my follow through or stuff like that, or my communication, or how I guess approach a certain situation. And I'm just like, I thought I was better, and I'd be like, damn, I thought this was the week I had that right. Like, nope.
Do you want to know how many times you stress me out?
Yeah, I know already.
Oh, okay, good.
0. Black men don't stress black women out. Y'all do it to yourself.
Jody knows the answer. Like, come on now.
Come on, now.
Okay. Forget about those phone calls in the middle of the day to bring pizza to the whole company. Don't worry about that.
That was different.
I mean, 70,000 pizzas to this company now.
Call you at 10:30. I did it at 11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock. I'm sorry. What?
I say, you think you get them pizzas over here for 11? Like, It's 10:29. Like, boy, what are you talking about?
And I'm just 40 minutes away from the plant. Yeah, I got you.
But he still caught though.
Whatever. So
All I'm saying is, it could have been worse than what it was. He
It
did
always
his best.
and
And
that's
he
what
did
I,
his best.
that's what I take into consideration every week. So
Right. Every
Go
time
ahead.
he do something to make you mad, just think about it. It's some woman out there right now at work.
boy, I will come through this. I will come to
Listen,
wherever
Jody,
you at and knock you out.
I don't know if you think you helping me. I don't know. I don't know
No,
if you think you helping her.
That's why he ain't got nobody.
I'm just putting it in perspective. Every single time
Hey,
you get
no
mad at
women
him.
work there. I don't have no women working my job.
No, listen. Every single time you get mad at him, right? Think about it like this. Some girl,
Jody, please shut
Jody
up.
on the first day talk about whatever you not gonna do, somebody else gonna do it.
no, I ain't saying that. It's some girl getting dropped off at work by her man in her car, and he finna go cheat. That man is at work providing you a great living and a great man.
And guess what? There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for him, and he knows that. Boom.
Let
Okay.
me pull up some of the unhinged clips you be doing my boy bad.
Pull him up. He already know how I talk spicy. he know it's off. It's for the gram.
Also, you just putting on.
Do it for the vine.
Do it for the vibe.
So thank you again, Jody, for joining us. We will definitely have you back.
I
Because,
appreciate y'all for having me.
yes, absolutely. Whenever you want to come back on,
I want my pen and my bracelet.
I'm gonna put that in the mail. I promise in the morning. And when you
I need to send you my address again.
no, I ain't deleted it. We ain't talking about nothing that I need to delete.
Hey, don't be winking at me. I'm gonna turn my head
Look,
like that.
I want to see if he was gonna catch it.
Yeah, Joe like, what?
Don't do that.
We ain't had no light skin crime around here.
I know, especially you out there
Yeah,
with
that's a little pen right there.
That's another one.
Yeah.
it's just a regular pen. It's just say hello.
But they got a little rubber thing. That thing nice right there.
Yeah,
That thing
yeah,
got
yeah.
more-
Got the little
Boy,
thing
see
on.
that pen, golly. Anyways,
What?
have a
That
wonderful
thing got more rubber than Nick Cannon.
The can has 0 rubber, so you're correct. Thank you for joining us, Jody. Tell our people who you are, where they can find you, so we can get you
so
out here.
it's your boy Jody. Y'all can follow me right here at this that is my podcast group. I'm on there. You can follow all of us at Family Talk LDI on Instagram, and you can click on all the links from there. Follow, like, share, subscribe.
No
If
doubt.
my peoples that are watching, if you haven't liked, share, subscribe to my big sister, Hello Black Man, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Her, all her stuff. You know what I'm saying? She treat my boy right sometimes. So make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Most of the time,
Yeah, most of the time, 51%.
20
It's,
seconds.
it's an objective.
20 on 30 level. 12.
Good night. Thank you, Jody, for joining us. We'll see
Bye.
Appreciate it.
you.
All right. That's another great episode. What you got? You got anything else you want to chit chat about? Got 60 seconds.
I don't. Do you have something you want to say? What did you say that tonight's episode was going to be about? Do you remember? What out there?
Let's talk about marriage and
Ooh,
oh, let me see. Hold
that's
on.
why we got so much drama today, because you put that out in the atmosphere.
I guess so. Everybody must.
Oh,
You think my daddy seen it?
He did.
You think he seen that for real?
Yo, listen, today
Hold on.
has been a day.
Hold on. Let me go back to it. Let's
And
see.
yet we're still here. We're still happy. We're still like smiling and able to come to you guys tonight. Today we got up early. We went back to sleep. We got up again. We went back to sleep. We went to church. We left church.
Had a blowout.
Trying to go and get one of the kids. We had to sit on the side of the road.
Hold on. We had a Spanish man from the cartel. We had my mama involved. So listen.
Oh,
Yeah.
She got those.
So we had EF. We had EF involved. She couldn't come either to us.
Immediately.
Right.
She had to move some stuff out the car.
Yeah. That-
Oh God.
It's been a long day. But
It
it hadn't been draining. It could have been. It literally could have been super draining.
I agree.
But like when you with somebody, and like I said, I know it sounds so mushy.
It
Oh my
does.
God. It do. God, dog, man. I'm gonna throw up,
I'm
man.
throwing up already.
God, you so sorry.
I throw up every day.
But when you with somebody
I
and you
do, I
know,
throw up.
3 times. I know every morning for real. Now this no joke for real. She be doing it
I
every
have
morning. Like,
anxiety. Don't do me.
about what?
Everything. The sun coming up.
Oh, I don't feel too. You got sick on the way to church.
I did.
You
As
did.
soon as we left here, I was like, oh, it's so hot out here. What the fuck?
Bro.
I'm trying to work.
Oh my God.
Shit, don't do me.
Listen, what we were talking about is, and like I said, we can always bring it back around. It was just about main topic: family traditions and marriage.
Ooh,
Family
we can do that
traditions
really
and
quick.
marriage.
Like let's do fit to 15. So we got
Okay.
about 8 minutes.
Okay.
9 minutes. Family traditions.
So this is the thing: your family has in their mind what they want you to do,
Mm.
and in their mind, if you don't do those things, then they may not say you're a failure, but somebody's thinking it. Somebody's thinking if you don't live up to their expectations, then you are considered not living up to their standards or whatever, and they will treat you differently based on that. I'll never forget Trey. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Trey was playing ball and this and the other, and he was coming up out of high school and stuff like that. And I said, Trey, listen. I said, I don't care what you do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I said, I don't care what you do. I say, but if you are a garbage man, next year, be the best garbage man you can be. I said, don't turn nobody trash cans over. Don't kick nobody dog. Like, do all the right things. Be like, hey, that's my garbage man right there. Like, hey, he don't play around. Like, be that garbage man. And so, like, family tradition, your child has to go to a 4-year university 2 days after high school. Like, that's a push because every child isn't ready for that. Yeah. Every child isn't ready for a 4-year university. They graduate on Friday and then they're in school Saturday and in class on Monday. Mm-hmm. Like, some of them aren't that mature. And like, you got to know it. Like,
and
you have
how
to.
Are you? How is it our responsibility to prepare them for that though?
It is, but some kids, they need to be in the oven a little longer. Yeah. Like, you can only do so much preparation, right? Mm-hmm. You see some parents pour their entire life into their child, mm-hmm. and then either they may be, I don't want to say wasting, but they are putting a lot of time and effort into someone, but they don't still, and the person don't want it anymore, right? Yeah. The child don't want certain things. You can't want it more than the child does, right? Mm-hmm. If it's sports, if it's grades, if it's a job, like, you can't want it so much more than they do. Like, you can't over want it for them. Like, you got to figure out how to get them, like, bought into school, love, life, relationship, finance, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You can't be so upset, like, man, my son won't save no money. Well, he'll learn. Like, I bet you can just only tell him so many things. Hey, if you don't save money, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. You can't get, your stress level can't continue to go up as you make those recommendations. At some point, life will bring him into alignment with what he needs to do. And he'll say, Pop, you already told me that. Mm-hmm. I see it now. Hey, Mom, you were right. So you just got to do that. The other part of family traditions is marriage, right? And if you're not married, tell them all about the marriage stuff today. You do that. We got 6 minutes. Tell them about all the marriage stuff happening today.
Somebody had messaged us and said they dreamed we got married, and then we got the church, and your daddy said,
No. Don't skim over that. Don't skim over the text.
Do you want to tell it?
No, I want you to tell it though.
But you got the message too.
No, so you got the message first.
No.
You read it first.
Okay, I didn't read it first. It was
okay. All right. So just tell them a little more in detail about the message.
Somebody sent us a message do it like this, and said that they had a dream that we had got married on television, and it was a production, blah, 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 blah. And
they was what? So
they were so happy for us.
They were happy for us.
They were so happy for us.
And then we got the church.
And your daddy said somebody told him to dust his tuxedo off. It must have been the devil.
He was so serious.
He was. He did a whole monologue on
Listen,
everything.
I knew he was gonna say something to us.
Exactly. I knew
did
that too.
Yeah.
He was gonna come to you and say something.
Well,
I had nothing to do with
what
it.
is the
You
thing?
gotta be me in it.
I knew after he talked to a couple preachers, I like, okay, he
I
not
wasn't
gonna
expecting.
not expecting what he said.
I
No,
wasn't expecting none of it.
my daddy said like we got a new wife.
Why he gotta do me like that every time?
Hey, listen. Then people live, they turning around on their phones looking. I'm like,
You gotta find that lady.
I do, man. I gotta find out.
Pastor Knapp. Let's find Pastor Knapp Church.
Yep, it's one of his church members.
Oh
Man,
God,
so
today
that
was
was-
eventful. Now, I said yesterday was uneventful. Today changed.
And
already.
yesterday was eventful. We just
It
won't get
was
into it.
not.
We just won't get into that event.
Yesterday was not eventful.
It seemed eventful this morning. So when you told me yesterday was uneventful,
It was
and today you gave
you know
me,
what an event is?
it seemed pretty eventful to me. We talked about your uneventful Saturday
Boy, please talk
for
about
a solid hour.
all I'm saying is 200.
It was text
63
messages,
more days.
screenshots, text messages, screenshots,
and I can
information.
give 49 goodbye unless my boy go to USC and hopefully he
Oh
don't.
my God.
But he wants to play collegiate football, so we're gonna try to support him.
No doubt.
What to get him. So y'all look out for Central County football. What else you got there?
That's it. We're good.
You want to do a question out of hell?
Yeah. Let's do
Give me a random number.
give me a couple. 35.
What's 35?
I don't know. I thought 35 was a random number.
It's very random.
Why 35? I don't know. I had never picked 35 for nothing else in the
I ain't read it yet. I ain't gonna read that fast.
Okay.
It says, "Hello, Black couple.
Okay.
Are y'all ready? Write about the things that bring meaning to your life. Define your purpose." Wow.
Dog.
Wow.
Ain't no easy question in there.
Wow. What brings?
Give me the.
meaning?
I want to be. I gotta look at the question. I gotta look at it while I'm
You
talking.
ain't gotta look
I
at it.
do.
You don't.
I said I do.
You just want to. Then you got to.
All right, answer. Go.
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
What brings meaning?
Well, we
So
partners.
call me again. Tell us, read this to me again.
No, you said you don't need it.
I didn't want to look at it.
Okay.
I said, read this to me again. Read it to me again so I can answer the question.
You don't remember the question?
No.
No. Okay then. Okay,
Somehow
squirrel.
meaning to my life.
Come on.
Woo, you know that's our favorite thing at work, squirrel.
Okay. It
Who was
says.
dead squirrel on the road?
Yeah, he did.
Squirrel, he was
I
so
get him a
dead.
balloon. I get him a get well balloon.
He was so dead. Oh God. he was on
Listen.
his back.
Oh my God,
I know you triggered me.
baby.
Who was a
Please.
dead squirrel?
We can't do nothing about that.
Oh God, and there was a man with no shirt walking along. the
He wasn't
side
worried
hill.
about it. He wasn't worried about it. I bet he ain't moving.
We need to go get him.
I bet I won't.
And there
I
you go.
bet I will not.
Y'all, the squirrel was dead. Come on, tell me, squirrel.
The squirrel's slow.
Squirrel.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Hello, Black couple. Write about the things that bring meaning to your life.
Things that bring meaning to my life.
Okay, and then define your purpose in life.
Find your
Oh, this is tough, man.
So, ooh, yeah. The things that bring meaning to my life. Being a
That don't seem
I
meaningful.
was gonna say wife.
That don't
Being
seem.
a partner.
That don't seem meaningful.
Being a partner and
What is air quotes?
being a partner and mother. Like I think those are things that bring meaning to me. Like
Mhm.
being able to do things for you, like just bringing you the pizza the other day. Like
Mhm.
that meant so much for me to be able to have that freedom to do that for
Mhm.
you. Like I thoroughly enjoy when I'm able to do things for you.
Accomplished, and you see the accomplishment done. Like this is the need, mission complete.
Yeah, just to be able to be there for you, and not just for you, for the kids. Like anything that I can do that they can see and say, "That's my mama." You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
those things bring so much meaning to me. Being an employee at somebody's job, I'm like, I don't like that. But just, having the authority and the freedom to provide for you, provide for the kids, that gives me such a purpose. Especially, the kids are going to go away.
Yep.
So, having the freedom to show you how much I appreciate you and buy you things or do things for you, make sure your clothes are ironed, like that kind of stuff gives me a lot of purpose. To cook for you, to try to meal prep for you, even though you are not.
Hey, you don't have to do that. That's not what we're here for.
To meal prep for you. Yeah. Those are things that bring me joy.
You ain't got to do that. Why you got to do that? I know what you were going to do.
Oh, okay. Well, I
got to stop you.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right, you answer then. We already a minute.
Okay, all right. Write about the things that bring meaning to your life. What brings meaning to my life is, one, getting to know myself. Right.
That's deep.
It is deep. Yes. Yeah, I'm a deep. I'm gonna play around my ocean.
Ooh, you a dark skin, but you still a light. Yeah, I get it.
But getting to know myself, like that is it's such undervalued. I think when you're talking about the things that bring meaning to your life, getting to know who you are and getting to know, one, how you view yourself, right? And I have had a lot of poor misconceptions about who I am, and I have allowed others' views to poison my eyesight, if that makes sense, right? Right. You hear with it, right?
Yes.
And so being able to start taking a step back and see, and you helping me see those things I have accomplished, or those things that someone says this is terrible about you. Well, maybe that's what they see, right? Or maybe that's what they need to see.
Yes.
And so you're saying, or choose to see. Choice. Oh, you love it now. You made a choice. You made a choice.
This is a choice.
Yeah, this is a choice.
It's not that you don't want to or you don't know how to. Yeah. You're choosing to do that.
You're choosing, right? So meaning to my life is being valued by the people that I value.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, wow.
Huh? I ain't playing.
Preach,
I'm buzzing in the nose right now.
Today. Come on, preach. Preacher.
Yeah. So being valued.
I want to be the first lady.
Please let me finish this question. Man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
God, you got another profession. Being valued by the people you value. So now it's a two-way street. So valuing something and not feeling the value back is gonna it becomes very wasteful and toxic.
Oh yes.
Right. So you need to see that. Some people say, "Well, I don't need to see that. It don't matter. I'm just gonna give." You got to be crazy. You got to be a fool for real. Like Dick Gerger said, "What kind of fool is you?"
My daddy said it's so good loving somebody.
When somebody loves you back. I like that song.
That's the truth right there.
My purpose in life. I think my purpose in life is to create peace. Like I really do. It's to create, help the people that I love understand themselves better, understand that they can elevate, like be a part of growth, right? I heard something one time. It says, when you are willing to plant a seed that you won't live to see the shade, right? So being able to plant seeds, being able to, help sharpen somebody else's skills, and knowing that they may not help me with those skills. And I think that's a different level of peace for me. Like you and I, we have definitely continued to sharpen each other's pencil. Now, it may not feel good when that grinding going on. You know what I'm saying? It may not feel good when you sharpen each other's pencils, but you're looking for a product.
Yes.
You're looking for a skill set. You're looking for an ability at the end of the day.
And I like the word.
And so now that brings a total purpose to life. Like tomorrow, whatever comes our way, we're gonna have some answers. We're gonna figure it out. Like we're gonna be better no matter what the situation comes. All right, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, figure it, boom, 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 boom. We here, we elevating, we thinking, we brainstorming, planning, and executing. May execute to 72%, may execute to 49%. Whatever it is, we can always take a step back and say, we'll do it better next time. Okay. So that brings purpose to my life. You know, having kids in and around us to be able to, I guess, steer in a better direction than I was steered in.
Oh yes.
And I think that brings a lot of purpose in my life also.
And having them to be able to accept, respond, and respect those things. And I think we have so many kids that we have some that we feel will be receptive and some who will go their own ways. And we're okay with both of those things.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that the other day you called and you wanted to brag about how smart you thought you were. That meant the world to me.
You liked it?
Oh my God. I was like, when he get here, I'm just kidding. He be 13.
I'm going to show him how proud I am. I'm going to show him.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of all you're accomplishing and so proud of the way that you see how what your presence and your energy brings to the world is really accomplishing things. So you're being great.
All right.
Dude.
Shout out to the Vibe Controllers.
Fox Cave Chronicles, you guys.
It's been another episode. Great. What can you do for us? Oh man, I was gonna put something on the board. I'm sorry.
What's something out there?
I was gonna make one little. Where is it at, man? I changed something, and I think with all the changes and stuff that we did, I probably deleted it.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? All the. Oh man, let me see. Boom, 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 boom. I think I did. I'm all right. All right.
You don't remember what it was?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not gonna do it now.
Give them the Alcorn. Give them the Alcorn code.
Listen, it's 8 of you. It's 8 of you on right now.
80,000.
Yeah, it's 1,800 people watching right now. You see what I said? All right, listen. What you can do right now, if you're watching this episode, share the episode first of all. If you it ain't gonna cost you nothing. Nobody's gonna charge you. I promise you. I'm not gonna ask you for no cash yet. But listen, if you're watching the show right now, share the show. If I see that you shared the show, I'm gonna give you 2 journals for $30. Shipped. Don't get mad.
I don't know what you said.
2 journals. If you share this show right now and you want to buy a journal from us, I will give you 2 for $30. Normally they're 20. So for a share, you getting 10. You getting $10.
Man, we'll send you a pen and a wristband for the free.
We got plenty of wristbands. We got all colors and stuff like that. Boom, boom, boom. Nice pens with the rub on the end, like Jody say. But yeah, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for all the YouTube subscribes, Instagram likes, TikTok likes. Facebook is doing great. So just hit us up, man. Thank y'all for joining us. And we out.
Shout out to my son's grandfather for coming through.
Oh, no doubt. Clutch.
Him and his friend, Roosevelt Marsaw.
Roosevelt Marsaw.
Y'all already know who that is.
He crazy.
If you're from Natchez, you know who Roosevelt Marsaw is.
Hey, that's my dog. For real,
Thank you guys for coming through today and getting us off the side of the road. We had an amazing day.
Indeed.
I'm thankful for you.
All right. We're out. Hello, black man.
And woman. And couple, child, teen. All of the rest of the things.